To the Democrats, I respectfully disagree. On October 3rd of this year I attended the Adams County Democratic Party dinner to which I was invited to speak after an introduction by Norman Goldman. It also ended up that I video recorded most all the event too. Before the dinner I had plenty of time to not only set up the camcorder in the best place I could find in the room where I could just leave it running remotely, I had time to also mill around and listen. On several occasions I overheard how these people were plotting out how to be certain that Bernie does not knock Hillary Rodham Clinton out of the primaries. It seems most all of the people there were old establishment and they certainly see Bernie as a threat. What these people do not seem to realize, do not seem to see this happening in front of them, is the fact that the new quick rise in the number of people changing their affiliation to Democrat in Colorado is not because of either their excitement for, or their support for Hillary Rodham Clinton. No, these new numbers are the cause of the excitement and support of Bernie Sanders. In Colorado in September 2015, you did not see anyone knocking on doors for Hillary Clinton. You did not see people going to Hillary Clinton rallies and/or caucus training meetings. However, we did see people knocking on doors in Colorado for Bernie back in September, and we have been seeing a constant flow of Bernie Sanders rallies and caucus trainings since August here in Colorado. Since I helped put it on, I can testify that we had well over 300 people, it was closer to 400, that showed up to the Oriental Theater for a Bernie Sanders rally and caucus training September 21st. We were having bi-weekly caucus training meetings at the Skylark Lounge in Denver, and on September 9th we had 124 people show up. Now we hold weekly Bernie Sanders caucus and canvassing training meetings there. All across the nation the people are finding out who Bernie is and what he stands for, and they want to get involved. The records that Obama made in previous election cycles for donations and physical attendance are both being shattered by Bernie, and without the money that was behind Obama, and now Bernie's fighting the huge corporate support of HRC. Most all of the people at the dinner on Saturday night were the moneyed people. Of course, you're not going to see your average liberal voter attending an $85 chicken dinner. No matter if it is Republican money or Democratic money, you better believe that neither is supporting Bernie Sanders. For weeks now we have seen the established Dems try to shut Bernie out of the conversation, and all the old guard declaring their support behind HRC, when no American alive now has worked harder and longer for the people than Bernie. There are no scandals with Bernie as there are with HRC. There's no flip-flopping as there's been for years and years with HRC. Bernie has never supported the corporations, whereas HRC has a lifelong love affair with them. Hillary Rodham Clinton simply does not speak for all the new people that are signing on to the Democratic Party, and the old guard better realize that quickly. When and why was Bernie arrested? 1962 in Chicago, protesting desegregation in college. You play videos of what he was saying 1, 2, 3 decades ago and they hold true to what he says now. He would crush HRC in the debates, which is exactly why Debbie Wasserman Schultz and the DNC are limiting the debates and doing all they can to shut down Bernie. They'd better watch it, because they could also be shutting down the Democratic Party at the same time. The GOP is imploding and should die out. Either it will become a new party or several new parties. But if you lose the new Dems that support Bernie, then there is a good chance that the new party that reemerges from those that leave the Dems, those that no longer believe the GOP represents them either, will all finally create a populist party that speaks for the people far better than the Dems have done in a long, long time. We're tired of the wimpy, spineless, have no fight in them Democrats that have been around for the last few decades. We need people that kick ass. People that take the shit from the GOP and sling it right back in their faces. So-called Democrats like Michael Bennet and the like need to start being primaried just like the Tea Party people have done. We need more Dems that lean to the left of Diane DeGette, so that Diane is merely in the middle and there's plenty of more progressive liberals to the left of where she is now. Those that feel we've been forced to vote Dem for too long now are tired of merely being fed a bone every once in a while by the Dems. We need real representation, and for that reason we humbly and respectfully ask that no one that claims to truly be a Democrat support Hillary Rodham Clinton and instead support someone that has far more integrity and clearly a far better voting record for the people than HRC or any other person that has been in Congress for the last 3 decades. You cannot possibly find anyone more qualified to run as president for the people in 2016 than Bernie Sanders. Across the nation, there will be well more than 1,000 organized debate-watching parties for Bernie Sanders. We will be filling up the Oriental Theater in Denver that night. How many organized parties will there be for HRC around the country? Me personally, the last time I truly got excited enough to knock on doors for a Democrat was back in 1990 for walking Lawton Chiles. Lawton was a special breed of politician with far more integrity than most all politicians of today, and Bernie is even more exciting to support than Lawton Chiles was. There is absolutely no amount of excitement in me whatsoever for Hillary Rodham Clinton. If Bernie does not win the primaries, then there might not be any reason for many of the new Dems to remain Dems.